everybody. This is Derek, and I am coming back at you with another wargaming and miniature video. In this video, we're going to continue on with my American War of Independence project update. As you know, I've been working on some 15mm figures for the Saratoga Battle of Freeman's Farm, using the game Land of the Free. I had initially prepared some figures to do the 4th New York and Dearborn's Light Infantry. But right when I recorded that video, or the night after I recorded that video, I got in my Blue Moon order in, and the Blue Moon order actually had my Saratoga British Infantry in it. So I did a pivot and decided to do 2 of the regiments using those Saratoga figures. This one on the screen is the 9th Foot. The 9th Foot with their yellow facings. Now on both of these regiments, I based them a little bit differently in that texturing the base, that is. I used European mud instead of the brown earth tone. European mud it's thicker, and I was planning on using it for tanks and World War II infantry in the 28mm, because it's very thick, and I wasn't sure how it would look on 15mm bases, but I experimented, and these 2 battalions have the European mud. Now, since it's much thicker, and it actually has like grass shavings and things like that in the tub, what it tends to do is fill the gap better for the different for the individual bases of the figures. Makes them less pronounced. Now, because of that, I was able to use less static grass on these bases, and let the mud kind of shine through in certain areas. And you can kind of see for yourself that I've done, what I've done. And of course, I still have the stones mixed in with my static grass. And so when I put it on the glue, sometimes the stone will stick and sometimes it won't. It's totally random, giving it kind of a natural look. You'll also notice that I've done the black edging on the front and sides, and I did the facing color on the back. Now, of course, the bottom of the base says what they are. In this case, they're the 9th Foot, 1777, and they're in the Saratoga uniform. The flags are GMB, and all right, so let me show you the next battalion. All right, this is the 62nd Regiment, with their buff facings. You'll notice that the back of the stands are also buff, and these are also Blue Moon. So both regiments, the 9th and the 62nd, are both in the same brigade, but my the Blue Moon figures I ordered the Saratoga Infantry and the Saratoga Command. So, which, as you already know, the infantry come in a pack of 30 and the command comes in a pack of 10. So with those two packs, I was able to make both regiments with 4 figures remaining left over. So I just saved those for a future project or what have you. Now there is a slight downside to this regiment. The flag. I did not have anywhere in my collection of all the flags from all the different manufacturers that I shopped through. I don't know, I've got like 100 different flags. I did not have the 62nd. But GMB, which these are GMB flags, they mislabeled 3 of their flags. And one of them was this flag. I don't remember what they labeled it as, but it wasn't the 40th. I think that's the flag for the 40th, which is also buff. But in another flag sheet from GMB, there's also the 40th. So I wound up having 2 flags of the 40th. So I thought that I could put it on this regiment because the Roman numerals in the center of these flags are very small. You would have to pick them up and really scrutinize it to tell that it's the 40th. But I marked them as the 62nd. Also, Saratoga 1777. If you were playing, would you concern yourself with the fact that it's not the 62nd? Now, there was another buff flag in my collection. I think it was the 33rd, maybe. I don't remember. But it didn't have the red dot in the center with the wreath around it. It had like a pocket watch. But I looked it up online, and the 62nd actually had a red dot and the wreath, just like this flag. They didn't have a pocket watch, which I didn't want to use anyway because I only had one of those. But I had 2 of these flags, so I decided to use one for this regiment. And if I ever do the 40th, I'll use the flag that's actually labeled as the 40th. And again, I used the European mud, which you can see is a lot more textured, a lot more rough, which I don't have any problem with that. But it was a little bit harder to apply because it was more like a chalky paste than a texture paste. All right, let me put these away and let me show you a couple of new things that I got in. All right, so the first thing I wanted to show off is this. Okay, I went ahead and went to the Osprey site, and I went ahead and purchased the Land of the Free PDF. Land of the Free PDF, is very clean. I'm very happy with it. It has all the rules and all the charts and everything. Some pictures, all that good stuff like bases and stands, elements, stuff like that. So I wanted to get the PDF so that when I do my boot camp, which I'm going to be doing at the start of the month, I wanted to be able to take screenshots from the PDF and put it up on the screen as I describe certain elements in the game, right? So I got this, 99% of it, I got it for the boot camp, but I'm going to start around the 1st. So that was exciting. And plus, if I ever needed to print out any charts, I'm scrolling, trying to get to the bottom of this. Those are the scenarios. And here are the charts. See, if I needed to print this, or this, or if I needed to print discipline and morale and combat and shooting, the turn sequence, well, this right here, quick reference charts, that's really only for Army design, these two. But when you get to this, the turn sequence, infantry order, cavalry orders, this is something that I could print out and hand to all my players. You know, if I was running a convention or something. All right. So that's that. Let me get rid of that. And then I got my Old Glory 15s in today. Apparently, they came in over the weekend, but when I checked the mailbox, they were not in there. But my son, when he checked the mail, when he took my packages down to the mailbox this morning, the Old Glory order was in there. So it must have got delivered late, and I just didn't check after it got delivered. So I've had it for a couple of days, apparently. But I got Austrians, Brunswick, Dutch Belgian, Napoleonics, and I also got in a bunch of American War of Independence, both Continental and British. Wait, I also got French, plus I got the Legion in, but yeah, I got some French, Continentals, and British. And with that order, I received this, okay, which I'm kind of close to the... Okay, so I got the RBO SP1 as a free gift from Old Glory. This was my raffle win. So what I'm going to do is, I haven't opened this up and looked at any of the figures or anything. I plan to do a second video. It's a what's in the box video, what's in the bag. And I'm going to review all the figures you get in RBO SP1, which is the American Continentals, American War of Independence. Okay, that's a lot of figures, it looks like. Yeah, so I also believe that someone at Old Glory is listening to my videos. And the reason why I say that is, as you know, when you get a British battalion of 24 figures, you only get one standard bearer. So you can't do the two flags, right? You can't do the King's colors and the regimental colors because you only get one standard bearer. That's why I had gone to Stone Mountain and I ordered like 4 standard bearers, and Blue Moon has command packs which have 4 standard bearers in, so you can make 4 regiments with one of those, with an Old Glory pack and a Blue Moon pack. But what I'm trying to say is, someone must have been listening to me and hearing my complaints, because in my box I found this bag of extra British flag bearers. extra British flag bearers. There's like 20 in this bag, maybe 18 to 20. So these are standard bearers. And that, I don't know, that touches my heart a lot, right? It really did something to me this afternoon when I pulled this out. Okay, so we don't need to cry on camera. I also got in this pack, this RBO 33, which is Morgan's Rifleman. There is a pack of Riflemen that you can get, and they look like the same figures, but Morgan's Rifleman comes with a mounted Morgan figure in the package, which I thought was kind of cool. So I plan to use these figures for Morgan's Rifleman. I think what I'm going to do is open this bag and do a what's in the bag video for this one as well. Just to show off the British Rifleman and the Morgan figure. Now, this Old Glory order that I got in was one of everything, pretty much. But there was 2 bags missing that I ordered, which that doesn't really have anything to do with my American War of Independence project, because if I remember right, they were Brunswick Jaegers, I think. No, Brunswick Jaegers, and I don't know. There was 2 bags, and what I'll do is I'll send tomorrow, not today. I'll send them a message saying that those 2 bags were missing from my order. So I should get either a credit on my next order or a refund, or they'll just send me those 2 bags. So I'll be looking for those. All right, so I've got 4 British battalions done, regiments. I've got 5 Allied battalions done. I got 1 Hessian battalion done. And I've got all the generals I would ever need. So the only thing I would need to do for the boot camp is to get some cavalry based stuff and some artillery based stuff just for demonstration purposes. Maybe a limber. So I should have about a week to be able to get those prepared and ready to go, so that when I start this boot camp. Now, the American War of Independence boot camp is not going to be filmed in one day. I'm going to start with the introduction and then do like 1 or 2 chapters in every video, like I've done in the past. And it's going to be a deep dive of these rules, in that I'm going to basically go over every rule and try to justify why those rules are in the rule book, and give my 2 cents, give my commentary on why these rules are as good as I think they are. Unfortunately, you can't find any hardbacks on the Osprey site, but I saw that you could get the hardbacks on Amazon. There was a guy that had 10 copies, but he was charging $25 or something like that. I think what I'm going to do is charge $20 for my hardback, which I've noticed it's not on my eBay store, because I looked through my eBay store for it because I wanted to adjust the price, and I couldn't find it. So I must have listed it and it must have fell off, or maybe I just forgot to list it, or maybe I was holding on to it to take it to a convention, because I thought about that too. Take it and sell it at a convention. people that were playing the game, they might like it and might want the rules. Um, so yeah, the rules are not on my website. I do plan to put it on there ASAP. Anything else? Okay. You probably watched me live this weekend doing building some town sectors with some buildings and some 6x6 plywood, putting a fence line on one, putting a hedge on one, and putting cork walls on two others. I have like 5 or 6. Let me count that. I have like if I had 9, I have like 7 that just have texture paste on. So, which is perfectly fine. You can lay a square base and put a building on it, and you don't need to have a fence or a wall. So I'm good to go on the town sectors, but I still need to put some flock on the town sectors to make them kind of more, because right now they just look like brown squares with maybe a fence or a wall. Plus I need to paint the walls. I need to flock the hedge and flock the bases, and I'm thinking I'm going to do that on camera or live or something, but I don't know. They're sitting on the desk on the table over there. All right, guys, that's where we're going to call it right now. I want to get to opening my starter army Continental. And this is a freaking heavy bag. I'm crazy heavy. So I want to get to that so that I can show them off. All right, I will get you in the next one. All right, before I leave, be sure to check out these figures and others at my eBay store, Wargaming in Miniature. And again, if you want me to paint some figures for you, I do have a price sheet that you can reference, and that should be in the description. If not, you can always email me and I'll send it to you. All right, I'll catch you in the next one.